All right, so we're going to learn how to manage a crew. So this is going to be one of the most time-consuming parts of the app just because you have to enter in all of your crew information. But once you do it once, you're good to go. So first things first, if you want to change that crew name up there just because it'll come up with something default when you first download the app, select Settings, navigate over to Crew Details, and you can change it here. So to add crew members, click on that panel and enter in all the necessary information, last name, flight weight, which typically consists of all the weight that is on your person when you're traveling to or from a fire. So uniform weights, bucket, chaps if you're on a SAW team, backpack with water full, however it's crew dependent, so however you define it. Next, select the primary position of the crew member. If they have multiple positions, choose the one that is more critical to fire and aviation operations. So something like medic or superintendent are primary over a position like camp facilities or tool manager, just because they're critical to real-time fire operations. Also, the algorithm actually considers these different positional skill sets when it distributes the crew members. So it tries to make each load as robust as possible in having a diverse set of skills. So you don't have scenarios where all medics are on a single load, but it tries to distribute them so smartly in case, for example, the crew gets split up in the process of traveling. Next, you're going to add a tool here, and you can really add as however many you want, but before you add tools, you have to define them within the tools panel. So create your new tool, and then if you're going to edit those tools in the future, so for example, change the chainsaw from 20 pounds to 25 pounds, and click on the save, it is going to ask you to confirm because this is going to update the chainsaw for every single crew member that has it. So it is a destructive action if you don't intend to. So make sure you read the dialogues that pop up. As well, if you delete the tool, it is going to delete it for all crew members who have it. Again, destructive, just because if you want to add that chainsaw back, you're going to have to go in to each individual crew member and add it within their add tools here. So if you want to add gear, click on that panel and enter in all that information. So gear name, weight, quantity, hazmat is important just because when you export it to the helicopter manifest form, it's going to allocate the hazmat items to their correct spot on that form. You can select items from the IRPG. If there are newer additions where the weights are not accurate, you can simply edit the weight here. And then if you swipe over, you can get your edit panels for crew members and gear. If you tap on that, you can view all of your crew members. If you tap the options icon on the top, you can either select delete multiple or delete the whole crew. If you select delete, which might be useful if you're creating different crew loadouts of just specific squads on your crew. And then same thing can be done for the edit gear page. If you see these red triangle exclamation icons, that just means that they were selected as hazmat. So that concludes the manage crew page. There's trep preferences on the bottom. That's a topic of its own that will be covered in additional videos.